Hopefully this will allow us to get our electrical estimate for our upcoming work. This is our cabin, originally built in the early 50s. The main cabin is the center area here, and the attached garage, as we call it, was separate from the house. In the early 60s, the breezeway between the house and the garage were added, as well as the addition to the right. We call that the new addition, the main cabin, the breezeway, and the attached garage. Entering the attached garage, we have relatively modern fuse box with up-to-date wiring, which goes to the breezeway and the sauna and bathroom. Entering into the breezeway area, bathroom here and a sauna. No electrical work in that section. This is the breezeway between the original garage and the original main cabin. The electrical work in this area would be fixing this GFI, which has been out. I've replaced it with a new one. However, it still doesn't work. So if you could figure that one out, it would help my sanity. From the breezeway entering into the main cabin, we have a kitchen area, which we are redoing ourselves, a dining area, and a living area. The can lighting idea would be to replace these lights. We'd like to keep the ceiling fan, but perhaps 3 banks of lights, one for the kitchen, one for the dining area, and one for the living area. I'm not sure where the switch would go with these. For the kitchen switch, we have this vertical switch, which could be utilized possibly for the dining room area. There was a wall here where the switch was. For this area, we have currently using this switch as a temporary stopgap. We're open for ideas as to where to put the switches for the living room and the dining area. Of electrical interest, I think this is where the original fuse box was when the place was built in the 50s. Moving from the dining area, we will now go to the attic to discuss the wiring project. Entering up from the main floor, this is the current attic. Rock and Tate will be pulling out these floorboards, pulling out the old insulation and replacing it. The idea is to have you replace the old wiring while they have the insulation pulled up. We're now moving towards the breezeway area, which will also be wired. You can see some of the more modern wires coming in here from that fuse box, which I showed you in the garage. The continuation of some of those more modern wiring from the garage. However, there is some of the older wiring here that is older than I am. Continuing on towards the new addition, as we called it. This will also be getting new insulation, and some of this wiring, or all of this wiring, will need to be replaced. As you can see, probably not up to code. We'd like it to be up to code. We're now back down the ladder into the main cabin. We'll go downstairs to discuss what's going on down there. However, as I pass by this corner, this old light fixture is a dead end that needs to be pulled out too. I think it's just a matter of pulling that wire up top. Proceeding down to the new addition. Into the partial basement. The light switch is hard left here. The idea electrically down here, there's another fuse box for the addition and some of the cabin rooms as well. In this unfinished area, someday we may finish it, and we would like to have you put canned lighting in here as well to replace these plug-in fluorescents. However many you think are adequate or appropriate for this amount of space, and probably add another one up over the washer and dryer. We're now back upstairs in the main body of the cabin. Just wanted to also show you some work that'll need to be done. Rock and Tate is putting a exhaust fan into this bathroom, which will need electrical wiring. This is the main cabin bathroom, and just for your information, this is the wall behind that mirror, which has exposed wiring that hopefully will make your life a little easier. As you can see, also this is our old wiring, which will need some new stuff, but this wall is in partial deconstruction for improvement already, so you'll be able to access the electrical panel or electrical wiring for that vent fan easier. So I think that's the gist of it. Hopefully this will allow you to give us an estimate, at least in the ballpark, so we can keep the project rolling and save you a trip up here just to look at it. So let me know. I appreciate you viewing this. Thank you.